This is Joe Malone. Got the Bulls Chat podcast going on, and joining me, the Director of Media for the North Iowa Bulls, Austin Draude. Austin, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am excited for what we've got to talk about on this edition of the Bulls Chat podcast. As we know, the Bulls moving on from the top of the mountain of the NA3HL after winning the Frazier Cup and moving into the NAHL for the next hockey season. But there is now another hockey team in town. Share the news with everybody. What was just announced today?
Yeah, we can finally announce that the Mason City Toros will be taking the North Iowa Bulls' place in the NA3HL for next season. So we'll have two junior hockey teams in Mason City. A lot of moving parts, but we finally got things finalized late last week, so we can finally announce it.
Yeah, and Toro, Spanish for bull, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. It was like, I'm about 99% sure that that's correct right there. So this announcement is really big because you're going to have the parent club, the North Iowa Bulls, and then the NA3 club, the Mason City Toros, in the same building. So I think it's going to be great for development of players going from the NA3 to the NAHL and not having to pack their bags.
It is. It'll be really nice, and the players will have access to the North American Hockey League coaching staff. They'll be working with the NA3 staff and have their own locker room facilities, that sort of thing. But they'll be able to have access to the NAHL coaching staff, and the NAHL coaching staff will have access to the NA3 players.
And this is all very exciting because if you love hockey, the chance to double the amount of hockey that you get to watch during the winter sports season, fall, winter, and spring, is very cool. So the Mason City Toros, they're basically sliding into what the Bulls had as far as the alignment, the division, everything else in the NA3HL, correct? Exactly.
The North Iowa Bulls spot in the NA3HL will go to the Mason City Toros. So they'll be in the West Division, Granite City, Alexandria, New Ulm, Wilmer, the new team coming back to Breezy Point for next season. All of that goes right back to the Mason City Toros for this year.
That is very exciting. And how much involvement will, for instance, head coach, general manager of the North Iowa Bulls, Todd Sandin, have in the Mason City Toros? And I guess also, the other members of the coaching staff, or do they stick to the NAHL?
They'll be mostly with the NAHL. Todd will be involved in building the roster throughout the season, some of the general manager duties with the Mason City Toros. So he'll be involved with the roster and putting that together. But most of their focus will be on the North American League team.
Okay. Now, as far as when we will see hockey happening again, NAHL, the North Iowa Bulls, probably getting a start before the Mason City Toros when it comes to getting a team on the ice, correct?
A little bit, yeah. Okay. The season for the North American Hockey League tends to start a little bit earlier than the NA3HL team. Might see every so often you'll see a preseason game or two, so it's likely you'll see a little bit of North Iowa Bulls hockey on the ice before you see the Mason City Toros on the ice. That just has to be worked out as the schedule comes out, and usually it's about another month until the NAHL schedule comes out. Yeah, because the NAHL, where the Bulls will be playing, does play more games than the NA3HL during the regular season, correct? Yep. The NAHL will play 60 games during the regular season, 28 at home, 28 on the road, 4 at the Showcase up in Blaine at Super Rink, which is usually in September. And then the NA3, I believe, will still be back to that normal 47-game schedule, so 22 home, 22 away, and 3 at their Showcase in December.
So if my math is correct, we're talking about 50 home games that fans will get to enjoy just during the regular season for hockey here in Mason City in North Iowa.
50 chances to see Bulls and Toros hockey in downtown Mason City, exactly.
Now, the Mason City Arena is going to be a very busy place because in addition to the North Iowa Bulls, the just announced Mason City Toros, you've got the Mohawk High School Hockey Club, you've got the entirety of the umbrella of Mohawk Youth Hockey, Mason City Youth Hockey taking place. You've got the North Iowa Figure Skating Club, all of the adult rec leagues that take place. When are these games going to happen? Are we going to be getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch games? How is this going to play out?
So we will have some doubleheaders, NA3HL and then NAHL during the weekend, Saturdays and possibly some Sundays. Maybe some weeknight games for the Toros as well. Maybe a few more than we're used to, but certainly nothing out of range or out of whack from what we've seen before. But there will be some doubleheaders. There will be some off nights where the Toros will be playing home games.
So the only time you have to get up at 3 to watch hockey is when your kid has a tournament out of town.
Pretty much, or you want to watch a international tournament game over in Slovakia or something, over in Latvia. That's where they're playing right now.
Now, one thing that fans should keep an eye on is if you are a season ticket holder for the North Iowa Bulls in the NAHL, you're planning on having some special incentives to be a ticket holder with the Mason City Toros in the NA3HL.
That's right. If you have an NAHL season ticket with the North Iowa Bulls, you'll receive a half off of an NA3HL season ticket to see the Toros. And if you buy single game tickets and you have a North Iowa Bulls season ticket, you'll get a discount on your single game tickets if you decide to go that route as well.
All right. And all that information will be populating the NorthIowaBulls.com. And then is there a website and social media and all that coming up for the Mason City Toros?
Those are coming up. Those are actually being worked on right now, so you'll see the website and the social media for the Toros here pretty soon, probably in the next few days.
Excellent. Very exciting stuff. Here we are, summer is just kind of beginning with Memorial Day just happening, and now I just want it to be fall.
You want to go to a game, don't you, Joe?
I want to go to a game.
You want to go to 50 games?
I want to go to 50 home games, yeah. Well, I think it'll be nice because, especially, too, when you think about traveling to games now, you're going to have the North Iowa Bulls, Austin, as that rival just up the road, which is an easy trip. And then you're going to have some of the other close-by teams that fans have traditionally road tripped for the Mason City Toros. There's going to be a lot of hockey happening this fall, winter, and spring.
And there will still be some very manageable road trips for the North Iowa Bulls too. Instead of the trip up to Granite City, the Bulls will make the trip up to St. Cloud to play the Blizzard. They'll be a divisional rival this year. And the non-division schedule, that still remains to be seen. But within a few hours, you have the Minnesota Wilderness up by Duluth. You have the Magicians in Richfield, not too far from the Mall of America. You've got Janesville. You've got Chippewa, the Steel and the Jets. So depending on how the schedule works out, still some very manageable road trips to see the Bulls play, but all the familiar road trips will still be there for the Toros.
I love how you say that St. Cloud is so much closer than going to Granite City. It's like 11 miles.
If that.
Maybe. Depending on if you miss your exit or not. Well, it's going to be an exciting time and a lot to keep an eye on as not only the Bulls start to get things going as far as setting a roster and whatnot as we move through the summer, but also now the Mason City Toros. And it'll be fun to follow the players and seeing that movement going from the NA3HL up to the NAHL and kind of knowing the background and the backstory of these players that will be joining the parent club of the North Iowa Bulls this season.
Absolutely, and get a chance to see some of the guys not just move up from the NA3 to the North American League team, but once they start getting the looks from the college coaches and the scouts, where do they go? Do they go to Division III? Do they get up to the North Iowa North American League club and make a Division I move after that? It'll be neat to see where all the players who come into Mason City, not just how they progress through their junior careers, but where they end up after that. That's always one of the fun parts of following junior hockey.
Now, this may be more of a question for head coach GM Todd Sandin, but we can pontificate on it a little bit here. Do you think this makes Mason City, North Iowa, a much bigger draw for players coming in, knowing that they've got all of these opportunities available in one building, in one town, with one organization?
Oh, I think it does. You get, especially if you're hoping to move up to the North American Hockey League, you've got a team and a coaching staff in-house who knows your potential, who knows your game, who knows what you're capable of and can move you, and has a history of moving you on to the next level. And we've seen over the last 10 years how well the NA3 North Iowa Bulls have done with moving players to Division I. Now you got that opportunity to go up to the North American Hockey League in the same building and get that many more looks from Division I coaches and some pro scouts who might be coming down to see a game.
Very exciting stuff. Again, the big news, Mason City Toros are becoming the newest NA3HL team located here in Mason City. They will be playing at the Mason City Arena in the upcoming 2021-2022 season for the NA3HL. And then super excited to see the North Iowa Bulls take the ice for the first time as an NAHL team. A lot of hockey getting ready for it this upcoming season here in Mason City. Director of Media for the North Iowa Bulls, Austin Draude, thanks for joining me on the Bulls Chat podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me, Joe.